In this video, we can solve a rigid frame with sway effect. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the procedure in solving the rigid frame with the sway effect. So based on that procedure, we will try to solve this problem. So analyze the rigid frame shown in figure by moment distribution method. So in this frame we have one horizontal load at joint B and supports A and D are fixed but at different levels. That is geometrically unsymmetrical and horizontal load is active. Therefore, the frame will sway. So the analysis of this problem consists of two parts. First part is non-sway analysis and the second part is sway analysis. In non-sway analysis, we arrest the movement of the frame by providing a virtual horizontal support at joint C. And there is no span load in this problem, so fixed end moment in all members is equal to 0. So we assume the horizontal reaction in the virtual support as S. As fixed end moments in all members are 0, there is no non-sway movements at joints. So no need to formulate or derive the distribution factors in this non-sway analysis and no need for distribution table. Suppose if we have any span loads causing fixed end moments, then we should derive the distribution factor as well as distribution table so that we will get joint moments. For example, say MAB, MBA, MBC, MCB, MCD and MDC. So once we have these non-sway moments, either it could be 0 or some numerical value, we have to next solve for horizontal reactions by considering each column separately as free body diagram and finally using the shear equation, that is sigma h is equal to 0 for the entire frame, we will get the value of S, that is the horizontal reaction in the virtual support. So in this particular problem there is no fixed end moments, therefore no non-sway moments. So we can straight away go for considering the free body diagrams of columns. So considering free body diagram of AB, and taking moments about B, therefore HA is equal to 0. Because joint moments are 0, we get HA is equal to 0. So here no moment, okay, here no joint non-sway moment from the distribution table, moments are 0. Suppose if we get any moments from distribution table, then we have to mention here at joint A as well as at joint B, then we have to carry out sigma MB is equal to 0. Here no joint moments, we will have only horizontal reaction as well as vertical reaction, and vertical reaction at A will not develop any moment at B, therefore HA is equal to 0 from sigma MB is equal to 0. Similarly, in CD, applying sigma MC is equal to 0, we get HD is equal to 0. Now consider the free body diagram of horizontal beam, that is BC. Here also applying sigma H is equal to 0, we are getting the value for S, which is equal to 80 kilonewton acting towards left direction. So that's all the non-sway analysis step. Now we have to carry out sway analysis step. And we don't know exactly the sway, that is delta, by which the photo frame move towards right or left. We initially assume the sway as delta amount. So we will carry out the non-sway sway analysis by this assumption delta. Later on we will find out the actual sway moment. So because of the sway by delta amount, the column A, B will have some moments due to this delta. Similarly, CD column will have some moments due to this delta. But there is no moment in BC due to this sway delta, because as far as BC is concerned, only rigid body motion happens. There is no relative displacement between B and C joints. So due to this delta, the fixed end moments MAB or MFAB is equal to MFBA, is equal to 6 times EI delta by L square, and in the anti-clockwise direction, therefore minus. So minus 6 EI. For AB column we have 2I, therefore 6 EI into 2I delta by L is nothing but 6, therefore 6 square. So which is equal to minus EI delta by 3. So MFPA is also equal to minus EI delta by 3. The same sense of moment and same numerical value. And considering CD, here we have MFCD is equal to MFDC is equal to minus 6EI into 1.5 times I delta by 4 square, because 4 L is equal to 4 meter and I is equal to 1.5 I. So which is equal to minus 9 by 16 EI delta. So these are the fixed end moments based on the assumed sway delta. We don't know actually the actual delta value. So to start with this, to start the problem, the analysis, there is sway analysis, we need some numerical value. Unless otherwise we have numerical value, we can't do the distribution table step. Therefore, initially we assume proportionally the moment, sway moment or joint moment, because we have, so far we have fixed in the moment. So we initially assume proportionally between the columns. So by taking ratio between those two columns, moments. Therefore, MFAB over MFCD is equal to minus EI delta by 3 over minus 9 EI delta by 16, which is equal to 16 over 27. That indicates we have moments in AB column, some 16 units, In column CD, we have 27 units. Therefore, if you assume any value to AB column, like 16 units, then the moment in CD column should be 27 units. That's what the proportion here. Now we can assume easily the joined moment or fixed in the moment using this proportion. So this value is somewhat reasonable, not fraction, some significant value. So we can assume straight away this value 16 and 27. Suppose if you are getting some point something, then we can multiply by some 10, 100, 1000, so that we will get some significant value. Therefore, we can start the distribution process. Therefore, we assume fixed end moment MFAB is equal to minus 16 kilonewton meter. Why minus? Because now the moments are anti-clockwise. Okay. In AB column and CD column we have anti-clockwise moment. Therefore minus 16 kilonewton meter. See, minus. So it is also equal to fixed end moment in BA. Similarly, fixed end moment CD is equal to minus 27 kilonewton meter, which is also equal to MFDC. Now we have the fixed end moment. Then the next step in sway analysis is to find out distribution factors. So at joint B, stiffness of BA member is equal to 4EI by L because of no further end is fixed support. So 4E into 2 times I divided by 6, which is equal to 4 by 3 EI. Similarly, stiffness for BC member is equal to, the general formula is 4EI by L, which is equal to 4E into I. The stiffness I for BC is just I itself, therefore it is equal to EI. So distribution factor for BA is equal to KBA divided by sigma K, which is equal to 4 by 3 EI over 4 by 3 EI plus EI. Is equal to 4 by 7. Therefore, distribution factor for BC is equal to KBC divided by sigma K, or we have only 2 members at this joint, therefore 1 minus distribution factor for BA. Either way we can calculate distribution factor for BC, either using the formula or using the another principle, because summation of all distribution factors at any joint is equal to 1. So from that principle we can directly get the value of distribution factor for BC as 1 minus distribution factor for BA, which is equal to 3 by 7. So no need to waste our time. Just if you get 4 by 7, then if we have only 2 members at that joint, then straight away we can write distribution factor for BC is equal to 3 by 7. Now considering joint C, KCB is equal to 4EI by L is the general formula. So substituting I value and L value, we have EI. Similarly, KCD is equal to 4E into 1.5 I divided by 4. Therefore, which is equal to 1.5 times EI. Now, distribution factor for FCB, the DFCB is equal to KCB divided by sigma K, which is equal to 2 by 5. Similarly, DFCD is equal to just 3 by 5. Because 2 by 5, so 3 by 5. Because we have only 2 members at this joint. Now we can start the distribution table. So we have all those things. That is joint A, B, C, D, members A, B, B, A, B, C, C, B, C, D, D, C. Then distribution factor, adjoint B, adjoint C. Then fixed end moment. Just we assume is minus 16 for AB, minus 16 for BA, here 0, 0 but because of rigid body motion, movement. Then for CD minus 27, DC minus 27. Okay. So now we will start the process, balance and carryover. So repeating this balance and the carryover till we get the balance as a fractional value, then we can stop. And we can sum up the moments, all the moments in a column, vertical column, to get the final moment. Okay, we'll start the balance, because at joint B we have only minus 16. Therefore, we have to balance it. That is, sigma MB is equal to 0 should be satisfied at joint B. Right now we have minus 16. Okay, here that's a 0. Therefore, net moment or balance moment at joint B is minus 16. So, to make it 0, we have to apply plus 16. Clear? But how to apply that plus 16? Based on the distribution. Because we have two members. For two members, we have to distribute the plus 16 moment. That should be based on the distribution factors. That means 4 by 7 part of plus 16 should be applied to BA, and 3 by 7 part of plus 16 should be applied to BC. That's what written here. That is 4 by 7 into plus 16 is equal to plus 914, and plus 16 into 3 by 7 is equal to plus 6.8. Similarly here at joint C, we have the net moment as minus 27, not equal to 0. So in order to make it 0, that is, so that we can satisfy sigma MC is equal to 0, we have to apply plus 27. So already we have minus 27 at joint C. So if we apply plus 27, that will make it 0. But how to apply it? Because we have two members at joint C. Therefore, we have to distribute that plus 27 moment based on distribution factors. So 2 by 5 part of plus 27 should be given to CB member, and 3 by 5 part of plus 27 should be given to CD member. So therefore, 2 by 5 into plus 27 is equal to plus 10.8, and 3 by 5 into plus 27 is equal to plus 16.2. So once we now all the joints are in equilibrium condition, because in the balance system. See, minus 16, because this is a fixed support, there is no problem. And it is a joint B now. So now apply sigma MB is equal to 0, that is perfectly satisfied because of balance step. So at the balance step, you have to keep in mind at up to balance step, all the joints are in equilibrium. Okay. So now the joint B is in equilibrium, because see, minus 16 plus 9.14 is equal to minus 6.86. Then in BC we have plus 6.86. So here minus 6.86 net moment, here plus 6.86 net moment. Therefore 0. Similarly at joint C we have plus 10.8 here, here minus 27 plus 16.2 is equal to minus 10.8 here. Therefore balanced. So we have to keep in mind that in balance step all the joints are in equilibrium. But due to the carryover step, this equilibrium status is disturb. Okay, that we will see. So once we apply the moment, balance moment, half of the moment will be carried over to the far end if the far end is fixed support or the intermediate joints. So support A is fixed, so BA, from BA we have to apply AB. So AB is fixed support, therefore it can carry moment, therefore half the moment is carried over to AB. Similarly, from BC to CB, from BC to CB, CB is also a intermediate support or joint, therefore it can also carry the moment. Therefore, half of the plus 6.86 will be carried over to CB. Similarly, from CB to BC, okay, half of the moment, that is plus 10.8 divided by 2, that will be carried over to BC. Similarly, here from CD to DC, okay, half of the moment of plus 16.2 will be transferred to D. So, at carryover step, the equilibrium status is disturbed because, see, at joint B, so at joint A is a fixed support, therefore no need to worry about any balance or carryover process. Okay, we have to focus only at joints, intermediate joints. Clear? Therefore, at joint B, up to balance step, the equilibrium is maintained, but due to this carryover moment from other end, now the equilibrium is disturbed. That means, at this stage, the joint B is having extra plus 5.4 moment. Clear? Similarly, joint C, at joint C we have extra 3.43 moment. This is for fixed support, so no need to worry about this. Clear? Now we have to again do the balance step in order to balance this plus 5.4 by applying minus 5.4 and distributed to these two members according to its distribution factors. So, to carry out the balance step, we have to look at only at carryover moments. No need to sum up all the moments in the column. You have to look at only the carryover moment. This is the extra moment we have right now. Therefore, we have to distribute this plus 5.4 to make it 0. We have to apply minus 5.4. That will be distributed to these two members according to their distribution factors. So this is minus 3.09, is minus 2.31. Similarly here also, we have to apply minus 3.43 according to the distribution factors. So now again all the joints are balanced. All the joints are in equilibrium condition. Okay, that we have to keep in mind. So but due to the application or due to the extra moment we apply, there will be some carryover always. Okay, so from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. half of the moment will be carried over to the forward. If the subjoined is BA, then AB will get carry over moment. Similarly, then that for example say BC means CB, CB means BC, like that. So again now that the equilibrium is not maintained because of this carryover moment. So now we have to balance this minus 0.69 at joint B, minus 1.16 at joint C. So again we have to apply the opposite moment, plus 0.69 and distributed according to distribution factor. The same steps we have to repeat. Till we get some insignificant values in the balance system. Okay, so see the balanced moment, just 0.01, 0.02 something, very insignificant. Therefore, we can stop this process and we can calculate the final moments. Okay. So we have to sum up all the moments in the vertical column against each member algebraically. Therefore, it comes around minus 12.85 under AB, minus 9.67 under BA, then plus 9.67 under BC, plus 12.22 under CB, minus 12.22 under CD, then minus 19.63 under DC. So this is the sway moments, okay, based on the assumed fixed end moments. Remember, so this is a kind of assumed sway moments, not the actual sway moment. So the next step is to find out the horizontal reaction for which this assumed sway moments are arrived. So once we know that the sway, that is horizontal reaction, which could arrest this sway moment, assumed sway moments, then we can calculate the actual sway moments based on the actual horizontal reaction, which we have calculated in the first step, non-sway analysis step, S value. Okay. So now we will try to find out S dash value, because the assumed one. That's why S dash. For this S dash value, we get this assumed sway moments. So further we have to consider the free body diagram of the columns AB and CD to calculate the horizontal reaction at A and at D. So this is the free body diagram. AB, we have HA dash, because I put dash for this assumed sway moments. Due to assumed sway moments, we have HA dash. So this is the 12.85 from this distribution table, minus 12.85. Therefore, anti-clockwise direction. Here also minus 9.67. Therefore, anti-clockwise direction. Here also minus 12.22 anti-clockwise, minus 19.63 anti-clockwise. Of course, here we have some S dash value because the reaction at virtual support. Clear? Now taking moments about B in column AB gives HA dash into 6 meter, okay, plus this moment 12.85 plus this 9.67 is equal to 0. Therefore, HA dash is equal to minus 3.75 kilonewton. Okay, that means HA dash is acting towards left side, not the assumed direction, right side. Okay. Similarly, taking once about C, HD dash into 4 plus 19.63 plus 12.2 is equal to 0, which gives HD dash is equal to minus 7.96 kilonewton. That means HD dash is acting actually towards the left direction, not the right direction. Okay, here we have minus. Minus is mixing, actually minus. So taking overall, sigma h is equal to 0, therefore HA dash is assumed direction only, but we will know substitute the values in minus. Okay, fine. So HA dash plus HD dash plus S dash is equal to 0. Therefore, S dash is equal to HA dash minus HA dash plus minus HD dash. But this minus, that minus will get cancelled, therefore we get positive answer. Positive answer in the sense S dash is actually acting towards right side. So this direction is correct. Only these directions are not correct, just the opposite. HA dash is acting towards left direction. HD dash is also acting towards left direction. Only S dash is acting towards the right direction. So the assumed sway moments actually for this value 11.71 kilonewton. So if the horizontal reaction at the virtual support is 11.71 kilonewton, then we will have sway moment just like in the distribution table. But from the first step, non-sway analysis, the actual reaction in the virtual support is equal to 80 kilonewton. So we want the sway moments for 80 kilonewton, not for this 11.71 kilonewton. Therefore, we can get the sway moment for 80 kilonewton from this 11.71 kilonewton. That's the idea. Therefore, sway correction factor K is equal to S over S dash. which is equal to 80 divided by 11.71, which is equal to 6.83. That means the actual sway moment is 6.83 times more than what we have got as assumed sway moments. Clear? So whatever values we get based on the assumed sway, we have to multiply by 6.83 to get the actual sway values. Therefore, actual horizontal reaction at A is equal to minus 3.75 into 6.83 or 6.83 by minus 3.75. This minus 3.75 is based on the assumed sway. So this is the sway correction factor. Okay. Therefore, we get minus 25.61 kilonewton. So this is the horizontal reaction due to sway. Similarly, for HD is equal to 6.83 times minus 7.96 kilonewton, which is equal to minus 54.37 kilonewton. So now we can calculate the final moment, which is equal to non-sway moment plus actual sway. So the non-sway moment is 0 in this case because no fixed moments, therefore no distribution happens, therefore all 0 values. Suppose if we have any joined moments, fixed in the moments due to the span load, then we would have got the distribution table. From that distribution table we have to substitute the values here as non-sway moments. Okay. So now unassumed sway moment, what we have got from the distribution table in the second step, that is sway analysis step. So this actual sway moment is just 6.83 times the assumed sway moment. So minus 12.85 into 6.83 will give the actual sway moment, which is equal to minus 87.77. Similarly, all other values. Now final moment will be the summation of non-sway moment and the actual sway moment. This and this. Okay, now I think it will be clear. We have to add only this, no, this pink or the orange color. Okay. So since non-sway moments are 0, so we get final moment, that is actual sway moment as our final moment. So once we have the joined moments, we can draw the bending moment diagram. So first we have to draw the profile A, B, C, D. Over that profile we have to apply, specify the points. No, then we have to draw the bending moment as usual. So at joint A, we have to mark minus 87.77. Therefore, we are inside the frame, therefore above the AB line, and again PA is negative, therefore below BC line, AB line. So here, now join these two lines to get the bending moment diagram or support moments, okay, or joint moments over AB. Similarly for BC, we have positive moment at B, therefore we have to specify below the BC line, and the other end we have negative positive 83.46, therefore above the line BC line we have to specify that point. Now join this. So that is our moment diagram over BC. Similarly, this is 83.46 minus, therefore above CD we have to specify. Here again minus, therefore below CD line. Okay, minus 134.07. Here we have to specify. Now join these two line points to get the overall moment diagram. So this is the bending moment diagram. So all are negative because they have only no support. So this is the end of this lecture.